Happy Friday. Is it Friday yet? I guess it is. This has been a wacky week. Well, last, I guess, 2 weeks with Thanksgiving here in the U.S. Last week and this week, well, the week after Thanksgiving. And also, it's 3 weeks before Christmas? What in the heck is going on? I'm so confused at our timeline we're currently in. And I don't blame COVID for this one. This is just, you know, as you get older, it seems like the years get shorter, if that makes any sense. Welcome into another Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 live stream. Welcome to the very first official FlyLex rebranded stream. So, you know, if you didn't like that Lex Stereo guy, you know, this is the place to come to. FlyLex is completely different than that Lex Stereo channel. He's so angry, he's so bitter, he's so, you know, not a real world pilot, making fun of everyone, you know. He also was like this Boeing fanatic guy, and I tell you what, none of that is on this channel here, FlyLex. FlyLex is all about welcoming in anyone who's at the level of me, and that is nobody. So, you know, if you're not at this level, which is nobody, then you just gotta go. That's just how it is. So, okay, let's go back a little bit. Why the name change? Why the name change? So, this was conversations that I had before about, I didn't want to mix the two, the airline, the virtual airline, I didn't want to mix it with the channel. But as I thought about it more and more, I was like, well, it actually does make sense. I don't know if FlyLex, the virtual airline, will last as long as the channel will. Who knows how long the channel will last? You know, these are all questions that nobody has answers to. But the name FlyLex kind of works really nicely for what we do here. And so obviously we're flying. My name is Lex Stereo on the channel here. So you combine them both, and it's great for the algorithm in terms of YouTube. So hopefully that helps bring in some more people and kind of see how things going. Yeah, I don't understand why my colors, I did turn off HDR, but for some reason my colors are like wacky. I wonder if I can switch over. Let me try something real quick. Okay, we'll do that for now. I'll do the monitor for now, because for some reason when I'm using the game itself, it's causing massive, like, bright oversaturated colors. Now, I was messing with the filters before, but I was hoping it was just going to be on my end, but apparently y'all can see that. So we'll see how it is. Let's see. Good morning, Manhattan. Welcome on in. P2 says, I'm sorry, I don't remember subscribing to a channel called FlyLex. Do you mind sending me your credit card information to validate your identification? Absolutely. The number is 5432. That's all you get. RJ, welcome in. You know what happened with your 777 flight last night? Your Ursa Minor broke. Oh, no, after 6 months? Oh, no. 6 months. Jesus, that's really fast. That's... See, and, you know, King Bob Kingdom, he posted a video recently about his setup, and he had me, really had me jealous, because he has some really awesome stuff there. Really awesome, incredible setup. It's nice and clean. It's beautiful. I love the monitors. I love everything he has. He has... I can't remember the brand now, but the mini cockpit, I think it is, the FCU for that, and I think it's really cool. And then I looked at the price tag, and I was like, okay, it's not any cool anymore, because it's like $400 compared to the WinWing one I have, which is like $130 or something, whatever the price tag was on that, which is a lot more affordable, a lot more reasonable in my opinion. Now, for the price tag of $400, it looks really nice. And obviously you can use Mobiflight and all that jazz as well. So it's something like, if I had extra income, I would consider it a possibility. I'm happy with my WinWing products for now, but if one of these go out, you know, there's that consideration of what's going to happen. And that's my concern when it comes to like WinWing or any smaller brand provider. Because, you know, I've talked about this before, but Thrustmaster, you know, they're a big brand. They're going to be around for a long time. Moza is going to be around for a long time. Turtlebeach is going to be around long time. Logitech, you know, all these companies, the iconic names, you know they're going to be around for a long time, because they don't just make flight sim stuff. They make all kinds of different peripherals. And so, when it comes to smaller or newer startup companies, Honeycomb, for example, they've been around now for a while. You know, but there have been interesting, checkered, you know, past with them. You don't have the same thing with Thrustmaster, Logitech, etc., right? You just have a product that typically just works and does its job. But, you know, we'll see what happens. So you're waiting for the vertical replacement. Meanwhile, using the Velocity 1. Ooh, interesting. Let's see. Time for Moza. Right, welcome in. Happy Friday to you. Digging in, the Velocity 1 went into Xbox mode for some reason. Lost control. No. Let's see. All good now. Good night. Oh, what's it say? All good now. Good night. Sleep. Washed away my anger. Washed away your anger. The sim looks so gorgeous. Did you install it? Did you like it like that? Also, Lex liked the... Yes, I really like the livery you're working on, RJ. I really, really like it. It is gorgeous. It is something like Man, I wish we had collaborated with that earlier because I like the black look. I also like this white one. This is beautiful. But man, that one you're working on is really, really impressive. Really impressive. P2 is at a higher level than you. Whoa, wait, by 0.01 right now. I feel there's some sort of... you know, here's the thing. P2 and Irishman, they talk behind the scenes, right? They talk. They got their own little private Discord they talk with. You know, I'm sure there's manipulating the numbers in there somehow. I know it is. I know it is. I'm telling you. The way the world is today, I can see an Irish person and a Canadian person, you know, having these conversations to take down someone at my level. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know. Let's see, contacted WinWing, and they wanted me to send the board, so I assembled it and fixed it myself. Yeah, let's see. Michael, welcome in. I think the A350 has some problem. All the livery installed won't show up, and I can't press my button on the cockpit. Uh-oh. The black looks so... Yeah, it does. A point is a point. Would love to have multi-Flylix liveries. Different colors, yeah, that'd be cool. The problem is they're $30 a pop, which is a little on the pricey side, if I may say, a little on the pricey side. Okay, I think we're caught up with chat there. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in all news. Welcome in all current subscribers. Thanks for coming on in. Appreciate it very much. Sorry for not streaming for a couple days. Last stream was on Monday. I was dealing with some issues on Tuesday and Wednesday and yesterday. It's just, you know, one of those days. So here we are this morning. We're gonna get a stream in, and then the next one will be Sunday afternoon. I don't think we'll do one tomorrow, but probably Sunday afternoon for the next one. And then next week we'll probably go back to the evening streams, as it looks like I'll be back to that for at least through Christmas season. So we'll see how things go. Let's see. Irish and Canadian conspiring against American. Where have I seen that before? Where indeed. So today's flight, as you see at the top there, is Newark to Dulles. We've done this flight a couple times recently, and so I'm excited to do this one again. We're going to be doing the iFly 737 MAX as we patiently await for those, at least I should say, those who are waiting patiently for the PMDG 737-800 to be released. The latest update we have seen direct from the PMG forum is that they gave it to the streamers, they saw some things, and they're working on tightening some bolts and screwing in some crap. So, that likely means we're not seeing it until maybe next week or the week after. Which is disappointing because I've been wanting to fly that plane. I have not watched anyone fly it yet. All I've seen is comments, and all I've seen is the screenshots direct from PMDG. So I haven't used it myself, but I'm super excited to get into it. I'm hearing mixed things. Our poll on the channel is also showing some mixed things. People are excited about it. People are saying it's the same. So it's interesting. Very, very interesting. King Bob, welcome in. Welcome in. I don't know if you saw... sorry, I don't know if you saw, but I put your latest video in the Discord yesterday. King Bob has a really nice channel. He also inspired me. I'll be working on a new setup video shortly. But he inspired me to work on that because his setup is really awesome. I'm very jealous. He has so many cool things that I wish I had. And that's, you know, that's the cool thing about these setup videos and screenshots is you kind of get to see what everyone has. Get that little bit of jealousy in there, but maybe gives you ideas for what you want to do in the future. Right? If you have a piece of hardware, such as RJ, you know, that went out, you know, you can start looking around and be like, yo, I see that, you know, he has that, and I'm interested in this. You know what I mean? Would join, but doing the New Sky schedule flights, gonna win. Also gotta atone for my sins. Maybe I can catch the second flight. We'll see if there's a second one. I'm not quite sure. I do have a time cap on today's stream. So depending on how far we get on this flight, we haven't even got off the ground yet. But we'll see. We'll see how we go. Now, there was a BeyondATC update that came out last night that is for experimental. So it did some adjustments to traffic, stuff traffic, and then a lot of CPDLC stuff, which of course we won't be able to use in this aircraft. But for those who use CPDLC, I haven't really used it much. I think CPDLC is cool, but I honestly don't really use it all that much personally. But okay, let's go and jump into the cockpit here of the 737 iFly. Over here to the left-hand side, go to power, and let's go to system page. I think I'm going to be late on this flight, so let's start the flight with Nuska, and then sim menu, support, and connect the GPU. Now that we have that connected, let's go up here to the top, and let's go to battery on, ground power's on. Up here, let's go to nav, and let's go to window heat. Let's get some lights rolling in here and get that APU firing on up. All right, got that set. Let's go back over here to the left-hand side, go to menu, performance and payload, go to weight and balances. Let's go ahead and grab the briefing panel. Payload is saying 18,118 for the passengers. Cargo is 41, so that's going to be, let's see, 2050. Let's just do that. Close enough. 2050. And then fuel on board is going to be 10. 617 trip. Taxi is 420. And the planned trip is 4604. 4604. Okay, got that set. Go to payload and let's verify 0 fuel weight. And that is 126. 126. Perfect. Grand. Complete. Going down here to the bottom, let's go to FMC, position in it. Next, grab the GPS, go ahead, back on out, and drop it into route, request it. Okay, let's see. Oh, you're in my neck of the woods, NJ. Oh yeah, New Jersey. CPDLC works better in the 350. Kubi, welcome in. Because of the huge screens. Oh yeah, makes sense, yep. Okay, load. I've been stuck on the iFly. I've been stuck on this plane. I haven't wanted to fly anything else. I know part of it is because I want to, I want that damn 737-800, but Newark clearance, hello from United 2027. We are ready for IFR clearance to Washington Dulles.
United 2027, Newark clearance, cleared to Washington Dulles Airport. Radar vectors park, then as filed. Maintain 4,000 feet. Expect flight level 320, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 119.2. Squawk 4642.
Cleared to Washington Dulles Airport. Radar vectors park, then as filed. Maintain 4,000 feet.
Okay, runway 4 left for departure.
10 minutes after departure.
I haven't finished up what I was doing here. 2027.
Squawk 4642, United 2027.
4 left on the runway. Activate it. Over to performance, 0 fuel weight.
United 2027. Read back correct. Contact ground 121.8 when ready for pushback or engine start.
Ground 121.8 when ready, United 2027.
Alright, over to ground when ready. And let's go to performance. Over here, let's go to copy. Flaps 5, AC on, and anti-ice is off. And 53 for the temp.
Continue taxi via Juliet, Romeo Golf, Alpha,
Takeoff,
Hotel.
config, flaps 5, CGs are set, and V-speeds are good. Departure, we don't have any SID for today, but we are expecting some pretty crappy conditions in Dulles today. We are in IFR conditions, 19 center for the arrival currently via the Hyper 9, and the Parky? Parky. Transition. Execute. Okay, got that all set. We can put that away. Up here at the top, let's go ahead and go to GPU, APU on. APUs are on. Yaw dampers. Okay. And let's go on down here real quick.
Hold position for traffic.
Here. 4,000 on departure. Perfect. I'm going to install GSX today and install... I'm going to... you're going to install GSX... You're gonna, I think you're saying uninstall GSX today and install the toolbox pushback instead. Ooh. We are on the West server. Yes, King Bob. West server. US West. Okay, let's see. What else we got going on here? Before start, jetway disconnecting. I really like... You know, if you... I feel... You're not going to get all the features, but if you combine... what's it called? A first officer with pushback toolbar, you kind of get the happy medium when it comes to GSX, right? You're missing a couple things, but I feel you have most of it. It'd be cool if BeyondATC can integrate with the pushback toolbar. You know, at least pop up the screen for pushback. The same with first officer. Kind of push, you know, put him back, or just pop up the screen. That's all I ask for. Okay, over here to system page, disconnect the electric.
American 1782, gate alpha 2.
Now I did bring up the BeyondATC back up to 4 for parts. I had it down to 3, but back up to 4 for parts and 5, I think, for en route, or no, for departure and arrival. Nowhere ground. Hello from United 2027. We are ready for pushback and engine start.
United 2027, Newark ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face east.
Last flight they gave me a tailwind of 32 knots. Really? BeyondATC has given me tailwind runways? That's no good. I had a runway change yesterday, but it worked out fine. It wasn't a tailwind, nothing like that, so that was all fine. Oh, they pushed back really far here, huh? That's crazy. I need a new mouse. Okay, request the pushback, release the brakes, and... Whoa, what the hell? Sun popped in. Alright, up here at the top, let's go APU bleed, and engine number 2. Why is it so bright? What the hell? BeyondATC just gave me a tailwind takeoff for days, or has been giving me tailwind takeoffs for days. Flight 1 just released screenshots of the SP1 for iFly. Oh boy. Okay, we're gonna look at that here in a second. Oh snap, we'll look at it in a second. Hot diggity damn. It's damn near Christmas time. Alright, engine number 1. Rotating. Oh boy, we'll get it in just a second. We'll look at it in just a second. I'm excited. I'm excited. Check Discord, Lex. About to goat this plane soon. I have a few roaming around. I have a few roaming around outside. You can have. I like that. The mouse. Is the VFR update out? No, not yet. Nope, not yet. Looks like iFly will have CPDLC. Ooh. The EFB on the Max looks sick. Ooh boy. Oh, I'm excited. I'll check it out here in a little bit. We got some things to do. Why is my cockpit all bright? Alright, over here to ground. And engine number 1. Bring this up to strobe. Okay. So I'm happy to also report I have, for the most part, been, I guess for a week now. There we go. Been using the axis for the flaps with the Moza. And let me tell you what, it works pretty damn good. It's not perfect, of course, because the D-dents make it goofy, but I've had 0 issues doing that.
Check the door.
Check the door. Door is checked.
Brickyard 828, gate Charlie 90 taxi via Juliet.
Your HDR issue is backlights. No, that was in the sim. That brightness was in the sim. That was all in the sim. I don't know what happened there. That was weird.
Engine 1 started.
Engine 1 started. Flight director's on. Newark ground, United 2027, ready to taxi to the active.
United 2027, runway 4 left taxi via Romeo Golf, Bravo, Delta, Alpha Alpha.
Runway 4 left taxi via Romeo Golf, Bravo, Delta, Alpha Alpha, United 2027.
Tell you what, I don't know if I'm gonna get it for free. I'm willing to pay for it. But Lego, welcome in. Love the name, but I think when the Boeing Rosefire stuff starts to come out, at least for the 737, I think I'm buying it. Like the version that I have here for the Airbus, I think I'm gonna buy it. I really enjoy it, and I want the Boeing version. I'll have two. I'll figure out the setup. You know, I'll get like what I'm thinking about doing is putting Velcro on the bottom of both of them, and then I can just tear it off when I switch planes, and that won't be too much of a hassle. I think it's gonna be great. I'm excited. I really want the glare shield. Let's see, Romeo, Golf, Bravo, Delta, Alpha. What are we on now?
Brickyard 828, cross runway 4 left.
Alpha down to Alpha Alpha. Roger that. Let's stay on here, I guess.
Juliet, Romeo Golf, Alpha, Romeo Hotel.
Okay, we're departing runway 4.
Cross runway 4 left at Juliet. Continue taxi via Juliet.
Oh, I'm excited to look at those screenshots. I'm gonna check in here in a little bit.
28.
I'm like a kid in a candy store now. Service Pack 1 will be free. I'm predicting the native 2024 will have a fee. I thought they were the same, RJ. I thought they were the same. iFly is about to overtake PMDG with the SP. Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. I want more Boeing gear. Yeah. King Bob. You know, it's weird. It's weird seeing you have the AB9 and flying Boeings. You know, because I'm the Yoke flying Airbuses. It's so interesting. Again, I've said this so many times, but if Moza came out with or lowered the cost, or if they came out with a cheaper version of their Yoke, was it A9, AY9 or something? I would totally get it. But with shipping and all that jazz, it's like $1,000. It's crazy. It's crazy.
United 1984.
I might have become a Moza fan now. Moza doesn't make. Do they make? I don't know. The biggest thing, of course, is going to be the traffic and the Moza software for the feedback, right? Obviously, if you want a Yoke, if you're gonna buy a Yoke for $1,000, you better have freaking feedback with it. But at the same time, I'd almost rather wait for the if Asobo ever brings in actual telemetry, you know, they're not leaving it up to the developer to try to figure out some way to make it work.
Hindenburg 4395, Deep Charlie 114, request pushback and engine start.
All right, Alpha Alpha. So keep on going down yet? Oh, we're going Delta. Where's Delta at? I have no idea where Delta is. All right, we'll just keep on going here.
Hindenburg 4395.
FedEx ramp on the right of us. So hopefully y'all had the opportunity to watch the video that came out yesterday. I was going to work on it this morning, but then I was like, you know what, I have the time to do it, might as well do it and get it done so I can stream today, which I'm glad I did. But I did a video of all the things, or at least the big things, possibly coming out in December, along with a little bit of stuff that's in the works. And in there I was talking about the Parallel 42, right? We have the teaser with the 4 icons on there and they have numbers. Well, now I'm starting to think maybe those numbers don't actually mean the date they're being released. Maybe they mean the date of the announcement. You know what I mean? So like today, maybe they'll announce Flo's release date. Or show off pictures or some crap, you know what I mean? I forgot to do the rest of the flows here. Newark Tower, United 2027, ready to go, runway 4 left.
Generators. On. Probe heat. United 2027. On. Newark Tower. Wind 035 at 8. Fly heading 040. Runway 4 left. Isolation cleared for takeoff. Auto.
I have the Thrustmaster Boeing Yoke, never use it. Really? Yeah, the Moza's 1,000, yeah, it's crazy. I agree with Sir Bob. No SP1 in 2020, compatible with 2024. They said the native will come after Service Pack 1. What wing gear do you have? Do you have problems with it? I have the FCU and the EFIS.
Full forward. Full back.
I technically have also the Ursa Minor, but I don't really use it.
Clear.
I was just watching it when you streamed, so I left it. Oh, whoa, you left my video? Let me troll PMDG forums with iFly. Yeah, without proper force feedback support, I'm having any doubts on dropping $1,000. Yeah. You and I are both Moza whores, but we work in different streets. Jesus. Alright, we are clear for takeoff. Let's go and bring up those throttles. 60% stable.
Stabilized.
Whoops, wrong button. Bring that back. Bring it back up. I switched my buttons. I forgot I did. My bad. That's the last thing you want to hear from your captain. I switched the buttons. My bad. Jesus, folks. Whoa, look at that. United. I think is that United? I think it's United. Checked. Whoa, what's that plane? Rotate. Gear going up. And we got cleared up to 4,000, but I put in 32 because I know we'll get the adjustments here momentarily. Flaps going up.
Flaps up.
RTO off. Alright, we're on a course of 040.
Heading select.
Contact Newark departure, United 2027.
And we should get a vector over here to the left momentarily.
2,100 feet.
Watch the airspeed.
Watching it.
Newark departure. Radar contact. Climb and maintain 16,000 feet. Altimeter 3034.
Auto brakes.
Climb and maintain 16,000 feet. Altimeter 3034. United 2027.
Flaps.
Up.
United 2027. Newark departure. Expect Hyper-9er. Runway 1 center.
Oh, we got a runway change. We'll expect Hyper 9 runway 1 center, United 2027. Can I get a vector over to the left, maybe? I like to go north, if you don't mind. Actually, I want to go west.
Turn left. Heading 270.
270 heading.
Turn left, heading 270, United 2027.
Alright. Good departure. A very, very good departure. And let's go ahead and go lazy mode here in a second. Let me get on course here with the flight director. Alright, there we go. Perfecto. Let's go check on the outside. Check out this beautiful livery. The Flylex livery. Soon to come the 320. RJ's working on a 350. And I'll eventually start working on a 777. Look at that beauty. Uh-oh. 10,000 feet. Landing taxi lights are off. Okay, what do we got going on in chat? Let's see. I posted the top 2 pilots for the New Sky contest. Yeah, I saw that. It was RJ and who's the other one? I forgot the other one. Let's see. What else we got? Let me see. The Max is awesome. If only use a side stick to fly by wire. That's a bannable offense. That's a bannable offense right there. We need to make RJ a mod so he can ban anyone who talks bad about Boeing. I'm just saying that, you know, the hammer would be hit. Bing. Real pilots fly with a yoke. That's right, Manhattan. You tell them. Virtual pilots such as we all fly with anything they have around. I agree. Yeah. You know, and that's the thing. That's the thing I love about Flight Sim. You know, in the video I talked about how the PlayStation 5 update would be coming out soon, right? Or not update, but the release for the PlayStation 5. And all of them are going to be using a PlayStation, 5 controller, DualSense controller. And that's what they're going to use to. And then, when peripherals start to work on the PlayStation, or if they start to work on it, or if they make their way over to the PC, whatever it be, they may switch up their peripherals. But to start off with the controller, just to experience flight sim, you know, it's a great way to see if you're really going to enjoy it, right? Don't spend a lot of money on it. And I like the people that say that. Like Kip on the Ground will say it, 757 Spy will say it. You know, these are people I can trust with their input because they say it how it is, which is don't spend a lot of money in flight sim when you first starting off, until you know you enjoy it. And I'm talking like give it 6 months, because anyone can get addicted to something for the first couple months, right? You can do 3 months straight of whatever it is, and then you're like, don't ever touch it again. We're all guilty of buying something, impulse buying, use it right away and never touch it. You know, we all have done it before, right? And that's the same with flight sim. 100% same with flight sim. Lateral navigation. All right, let's get that runway change in so I don't forget. Hyper 9, runway 1 center. It says it's not in use, but the runways are all green, so that makes sense to me. Let's go down here to arrival. I don't want to forget this. 1 center, execute it, in the box, good to go. Let me get my map. This is a pretty short hop, so I want to get ahead of the game here as much as I can. ILS frequency is 11.3. Okay. And then minimums are 486. 486 on the minimums. Okie dokie. That's in there, and then the course is going to be 11. Cool beans. Okay, that's all set. Let's check the screenshots, shall we? I'm excited.
Contact New York Center 134.45. Contact New York Center 134.45.
Okay. Let's do this, folks. Let's do it. Here we go. Here are a few Service Pack 1 previews, including a couple liveries used in development. Note that these are work in progress and still no ETA and release. We will upload them in 2 batches. Please note that these are from the development team and the staff does not have access to these versions yet. So know that we will not be able to answer any questions, or many questions, but you can see for yourself some of the details going into Service Pack 1. I keep seeing S, I think Sim. Including a basic weather radar. Ooh, look at that. Jesus details, folks. Jesus. Jesus. Ooh. Do we have that currently with the iFly? Like the interior? That's cool. Ryanair spent all their money on the interior of the aircraft. Not so much on hiring the pilots. Look at that. Jesus. Oh, that's cool. Does Ryanair actually have that on the back of their chairs? That's a brilliant idea. There's no pockets here, that's why. They cheaped out in the pockets. I think it's first class, that's why. That's very nice. Let's see. Ryanair, what we got here? iFly, I like it. Very, very nice. Okay, ooh, there's the new tablet. Looks like an iPad. Don't like it. Let's see, we got my plane, settings, manuals, cabin volume. Oh no, cabin voice. Ground services. Save and load, CPDLC. Nice. Doors, payload, features. Oh, what's it say? Failures, performance, Navigraph. Looks kind of like the, what's it called? The FENIX, right? Weather radar. Very nice. Ooh. We got, oh boy, we got batches of stuff, man. Batches. Look at the detail. And I don't ever look at this kind of stuff. It's like one of those, okay, I'll look at it once I'm done, but it's very nice detail. Very, very nice. Let's see, what else you got? Holy smokes, look at all the wiring. I guess it's not wires, but Jesus, look at this. Yeah, they went into some great detail with the modeling for sure. There's no doubt about it. Look at the gear. Holy smokes. Look at that. Dang. That's quite impressive. That is quite impressive. Wow. Okay, that one blows me away. Look at it. You can almost... I think you can read all this stuff right here. That's impressive.
Endeavour 5159. Contact New York Center 132.6 CU.
You see all the little rivets? Very, very nice.
Endeavour 5159.
Very cool. I like the lights. Oh wow, yeah, that's cool. That's very cool. Okay, well, so we have some things to be excited about, right? Can we get a 350-900 ULR in New Sky? Barry's asking. Barry looked at the URL, but it doesn't meet the financial viable. Oh yeah, so yeah, we believe 900 and then 1000 makes sense. We used to. Hold on. We used to use just mouse to fly back in. What happened? I used to use just a mouse to fly back in X-Plane 11? Really? I'm downloading the A380 for the 5th time this year. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, they just had an update, yeah. They cheaped out and everything. I'll let you know, yes. Yeah, that looks... wow, I'm... virtual pilots such as us use... Oh, yeah, I read that, yeah. Yeah, so it looks nice. I'm excited. I wouldn't be surprised if it probably won't come out until like the spring, my guess. You know, but we'll see. You know, spring US at least.
Delta 2341. Contact New York Center 132.5. Take care.
Ardra says his update is much better for the 380. Very nice. Very, very nice. And the 320 Neos too. I do need to check out the Neos again in the fly-by-wire ones. I haven't used it for a very, very long time. That's something that surprises me, that Asobo didn't just buy out the Neo from fly-by-wire, you know, because they brought in the working title team. Why? And I know they, you know, the default Neo in the sim is for mini builds. It's just surprising they didn't just go direction of fly-by-wire. Unless fly-by-wire said no. I guess there's that possibility. They could have said, no, I'm not interested. You know? Get 154 headwind. Jesus, folks. The PMG update will tide us over until the iFly update drops. I agree. You know, I've talked about it before, but the only plane that's really been able to pull me away from the PMDG, well, technically there's two, but the FENIX was able to do it, right? Because I was a late bloomer to the FENIX. But the iFly. Once the iFly came out, I didn't touch the PMG 737 for a very long time. And even when I did, it was like one flight here and then it was back to the iFly. I really enjoy the iFly. The iFly actually makes the sim... it makes the iFly makes the Max actually makes it you want to fly on it. You know, let's see. I still believe Captain Sim is underrated. Well, you know, some people's trash is other people's treasure. Isn't that a backhanded comment? Isn't that a backhanded comment? Oh boy. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited for the month of December here because we have a lot of potential cool stuff coming out. You know, at least on my end. You know, in that video I talked about the MD-11. I don't know if that's coming out. I think, didn't they said by Christmas, right? But I'm excited about that. Super excited. And of course the EJET. Everyone knows I'm a huge fan of the EJET. So PMG better hurry up and get that 737 out because, like, if the EJET comes out before that, you know, the hell with the 737. I'll probably be flying the EJET if it's as good as I hope it is going to be. We've been waiting a very long time for a good EJET, and we'll see what happens. Except Boeing, not my treasure, stays in the trash. Whoa, Irish man. Whoa. All right, RJ, you're officially going to become a mod because we need to get these two hooligans in check. We need to get them here in check with Fly Lex. We don't accept this shenanigans. You bad talk Boeing, you're out the door. 5-minute timeout each time. With an invoice sent to you. $5 invoice as well. After PMDG, I think MS Scenery is maybe not that bad. Oh, Jesus. EJET better finish making the plane they charged for us for all these years. Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's a flyable plane that does the job, and I enjoy it. You know, if I want to use BeyondATC, I'd rather not use the EJET, because if you get runway changes, it can be difficult, right? But it works. It does work. It's a serviceable plane, and it rarely has issues in flight as long as you're not changing things, right? You're not changing the computer on the way. So there's that. But like, hopefully this update comes out and it's good, right? The one we're gonna have maybe in December is gonna be experimental, so there are gonna be issues with it. But it hopefully will be better than what we have now, at least where we can, you know, put in a new arrival information. Irishman with the 5 gifted memberships. 6970 getting one. Twisted got one. Miles. Let's see, 7345 and Dutch, all courtesy of the amazing Irishman. Let's see, shots fired by Irish. Like I talk about trying not to be biased, right? And it's very difficult to not be biased because we all have our passions for certain manufacturers, certain brands, right? There's that type of loyalty that you want to have, or that not want you, but that you do have regardless. And you know, one of the things for me, not in flight sim, but just in electronics, computer related at least, is Alienware, right? I'm very biased when it comes to Alienware. I think their stuff is very, very good. If someone asks me what kind of monitor, I would say an Alienware monitor. It costs more money, but I tell you what, their support, hands down, is phenomenal. I've used it twice in the past 3 years now. One for my headset, told them what was going on. They sent me a new one, no questions asked. My monitor recently, you know, a few months back, I told them I was having issues with it. No questions asked. Sent it in, got it back, got it a new, or well, I got a new one in 2 days, and I sent the other one back. No questions, done, problem solved. And that's not extended warranty. That's just basic warranty, basic warranty. And both of the items were bought from Best Buy. I didn't even buy them directly from Dell. That is customer service. So yeah, you're paying more money for it, but if something happens to it, I feel that I'm going to get the support I need from that company, right? They're going to at least stand by it for that year or so. Now, when this one, I'm going to get the extended warranty for this one. This is an OLED monitor, so I'm going to get the extended warranty on this one. Delta Tango, welcome in. Yoke over stick. Oh yeah, that's how I'm talking about. Yoke better than stick, right? Delta Tango, welcome in. Just like WinWing does, WinWing customer support is fire. So yeah, you know, again, I guess we can start a descent soon. That's the cautious part I have when it comes to some of the light sim stuff. You know, there are a lot of light sim developers who do this on the side. They're not massive companies, right? Etsy, people sell all kinds of stuff on there you can get, and you don't know how long it's going to last. So, kind of how it is. WinWing has no customer support, is what P2 says. The thing is, WinWing, their products are cool. I love my WinWing FCU. I love my WinWing EFIS, which I don't use as often, but I love it. I love both of them. And I'm partly still considering that glare shield from the Boeing glare shield. I'm still partially considering that. But yeah, there's always that question mark. There's always the question mark, right? And I was also reading recently about some, I don't know if WinWing doesn't have a trademark here in the US, so they're running into some issues with that, so they're changing all their stuff for the US to WW instead of WinWing, which is interesting. But you know, I think WinWing's gonna be around for a long while. They're obviously making a lot of stuff. They must have some money coming in, unless they just had a lot of capital to start off with. Who knows? They're cool. They just need to hold on. They're cool.
VREF.
You just need to be lucky and get one of the products that scores above the 95% QA check.
Checked.
Yeah, I don't know. But okay, so going back to the flight sim stuff, I'm biased with the EJET, and it's not even Flight Sim Studios, right? I like the EJET. I think it's a really cool plane. So I'm gonna critique it when I need to, you know, because I want Flight Sim Studios to make a really good EJET. But at the same time, I'm going to give them a little bit of the benefit of the doubt because I know it's taken a long time. They've given us time and time again that it's coming, that they're working on it. I get that aspect of things. But we have a plane that flies. It may not fly perfect, but we have a plane that flies, right? And you knew what you were buying when you bought it. I guess with the early access tag on there from day one, you knew what you were getting. BeyondATC has early access tag as well. You know what you're buying when you get it. If it's not like this is not like the NABL's 350 when that was launched. The NABL's 350 didn't have early access tag on it. It was ready to go. You know what I mean? So that's why people are hot with the 350. Optimization, WASM crashes, they were hot with it. The system depth, you know, people had issues with that for the price tag. People were hot with that. The EJET is like, I don't know, I got it on sale. They had a sale, so I bought it for like $25 or something. That's a hell of a steal for that plane. I don't know what the regular price is, probably 45, 50 maybe, I don't know, somewhere in there. I still think that's a decent deal for what the plane is. Especially since they hadn't said anything about a price upgrade for the new version. So, let's see, the 195 is fun, but yeah, need to be on top of it. Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's the same thing when the CRJ came out. The CRJ came out, was like the first high fidelity. I laugh saying that with the CRJ, but a high fidelity aircraft with Flight Sim 2020, right? In terms of airliner, and I flew the hell of that plane. It had all sorts of issues, and it had all sorts of issues for a year plus after that. And look how long it took the CRJ to finally get an update. For V2 to finally come out, it took a whole new sim pretty much for it to come out. So I think that should tell you something right there as well, that I know these planes are complicated. These teams aren't massive to work on the aircrafts. And I don't know, I think we all just need to sometimes take a breath, take a breather, and enjoy what you have, and things will come out when they come out. Now, I harp on PMDG because I don't like that they gave some content creators access to their plane, and here we are now. Here we are now, a week almost. Well, not technically a week, 5 days, and there's no date, nothing like that, right? I would rather have them done a day or two before the release of it, and then, you know, let it out. So, no, we always want more. Yeah, I agree. We always want more. We always want more, and I think we deserve more, right? We spend a lot of time, we spend a lot of money within our sims, and I think it's only fair that we get what we spend. But I think we also got to be realistic. This isn't Microsoft making the planes, and even Microsoft. Look at the, you know, we're a year out of we're over a year now since the release of 2024, and yet we're on just releasing Sim Update 4. You know what I mean? And the first, I don't know if you can count the first two updates as any major updates. They weren't like huge by any means, right? It was Sim Update 3 and Sim Update 4 now that's really had major impacts in the sim overall. Irishman with another 5 gifted memberships. We have Fry getting one. Congratulations, Fry. Let's see, 7844, Fly Guy Simmer, Andrew, and Mustard got one as well. Hi from cold, darkening Cambridge. Welcome in, Dave. Happy you're here. King Bob says the Boris sound pack for the 777 with the Rolls Royce sounds so damn good. I agree. Man, I remember when I first got the Boris sound pack for the 777. Man, we did a stream, and holy heavens to my ears. Boris just knows how to do it, especially for us simmers who really enjoy incredible authentic sound packs. You know, he makes the sound pack here for the iFly, an incredible sound pack that was built into this one. Boy, I can't rave enough about the sound packs from Boris. It's one of those things like, it's one of those things like, do you need it? No. Should you get it? Yes. Especially for the price tag he charges. I think they're very reasonable for exceptionally impressive enhancements to your immersion. Bar none. There's nothing close to it. Nothing close. Nothing close out there, folks. Whoop, there's Discord. I wonder when it will come out. Okay, so I think, let's see, we have another 24. Yeah, I don't have enough time to get a second flight in today, unfortunately. I do work in, I have to leave in about 2.5 hours, and I still gotta, is that 2.5 hours? Yeah, so by the time we get on the ground, I gotta shower, eat, and all that jazz, so yeah, won't have enough time for a second flight, so we're only gonna do the first one here today. But then we'll be back on the stream on Sunday afternoon, and see how things go with that. I'm not quite sure what we're gonna do, but I think after this flight, I'm gonna make an announcement. Nothing major, just a minor announcement that I'm gonna do. The 220 and Bluebird Sim 757 are my two planes I'm excited for in 2026. Yeah, I'm excited for both of them as well. I didn't think I was gonna be as excited for the 757, but I've been really enjoying cargo flying. Haven't done it for a little bit now, but I really enjoyed my time with, the 777 and the 306 as well. But having another freighter aircraft is gonna be really, really nice to have for sure. I'm super excited for that. And the 220, I'm definitely super excited about the 220. I'm hoping it's good. I'm really, really hoping it's good. There's the specs there as well. What are we spectating about? I don't remember now. I don't remember. Went on some ramble and then I forgot. Okay, 16,000 feet. So, I've been watching, I talked about this last week, but I finished watching Beast, what's it called? The Beast in Me. It's a Netflix show, thriller, suspense kind of show. It's very, very good. I recommend it if you like that kind of stuff. It was really good. There's very few shows that have me wanting to keep watching episode after episode, right? But this one does. This one really, really does have me interested. And the new show I'm watching, this one came out a little bit ago, but it's called The Murdochs. What's it called? The Murdochs, the Family... Murder in the Family, I think it is. That's on Hulu, Disney Plus. It's weird to say that still, Disney and murder. Murder, She Wrote. But that's really, really good too. That one's based on, I guess, true events. Obviously some things have been adjusted, but that is really good too. I'm on the final episode of that, and very good story, very good acting, very, very good acting. Patricia Arquette's in it. And the guy, I don't know if for those who watched it, the Terminator, what's it called, Terminator Salvation. He was the guy that played John, older John. He's in it, and he's really good too. Let's see, Insert Random, welcome in. In my backyard, that was. What's in your backyard? What happened? It's your least favorite viewer. Whoa, I don't have any least favorite viewers. You're all my favorite viewers. Oh, yes, I've been watching that stuff. Both of them are really good shows. The Murdoch one's really good. I'm interested to see how it's all going to play out. I didn't know it. It's crazy. So most of that stuff happened during, like, just before COVID and during the COVID years. The trial and all that stuff, apparently. I didn't know anything about it. That just shows you how little I paid attention to the news, or how much the news was just so much in the world of COVID and, politics. It was crazy. Oh, it's in your backyard? Yeah, because that was in South Carolina, right? Is when that happened? That's crazy, though. It's wild stuff. I don't want to spoil anything here on streams in case those who want to watch it, but it's really good stuff, man. It's welcome back, P2. It's very it's got drug references and sexual theme and stuff like that. So obviously, if you're a younger audience, I wouldn't recommend it. But it's a very good story, and it's engaging and kind of keeps you want to watch more and more. And it just makes me more ticked off at rich people. Makes me even more ticked off at rich people that have a lot of money. Because it's like, not only do you have a lot of money, right? Not only do you have a whole crap load of money and you can do whatever you want with your money, but you're also manipulating so much. And that just angers me. It angers me. 088, welcome in. Like, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I'm not going to do it. I'm not doing it, folks. I'm not going down that hole. Landing lights on. I'm going to keep my yap shut before I get in trouble. Before I get in trouble, I'll be quiet. Okay, so we have about 20 minutes or so we'll be on the ground. Are there any Apple TV shows or documentary recommended? There is, Will recommended one that's on Apple TV. I can't remember what it's called, though. It starts with a P. Polaris or something like that? I can't remember. But he recommended that. I haven't watched it yet. There is the Masters of the Sky that came out on Apple TV. And then there's also Severance. Severance Season 3 will be coming out next year? Or is that this year still? I don't remember. Severance is very good. Trippy as hell. But very, very good show. I thought there was another one I watched, or I wanted to watch on Apple TV way back when. I don't have Apple TV. I was borrowing it from. I used the word borrow. I was borrowing it from father-in-law. We have too many streaming services. It's nice to have, though, when you're... It's nice to have when you're really just... You don't know what you want to watch, or, that kind of stuff. So it's nice just to kind of have something like that, but paying for it yearly and really not taking advantage of it very often.
10,000 feet.
I don't know. It's one of those things. Hey, I'm a woke socialist and this offends me. Not. Alright, past 10,000. Finally gonna get a flight in this week. You haven't flown at all yet, Irishman? Holy smokes. That's rare for you. Very, very rare. This is my 10th flight this week. I did most of mine on Monday. I did most of them on Monday. I flew on Tuesday, I think one flight on Tuesday. Wednesday I did 3 flights, I think. Yesterday I did 1 flight, and then I'm doing this slide and maybe the next one. I miss the days when you would pay for subscription service and not get ads. Yeah. I do too. I do as well. My wife, she has Prime, and you know, we were watching. So we're watching. She's a big D&D nerd, so we were watching not Vox Machina, the Mighty Nine, which is a new their new animated show from their campaign. And when we first started watching that for the first episode, she's like got the whole Prime Amazon or Prime thingy that said, watch this advertisement or pay $3, and she paid the $3. I'm like, I would have just watched it. I would have just watched it. I grew up with advertisements. Now it sucks that you have to pay for it extra now, but I grew up with advertisements, right? All we had is cable TV or bunny ears, so all you had is, you know, you had fun watching the ads. I don't know. Advertisements have changed so much, I feel. Between work and news guides taking up a bit of time. Oh, I get you. Yeah, I get it. I haven't flown as much this week because I've been, I just haven't been feeling very well this week. Kind of just off. But I still got, this is still my 10th flight for the week. Granted, they're all short hops, but I had one longer hop in there, like 400 nautical miles. Come on now. Give me my props when it's due. Good old bunny ears. Yeah, I miss my bunny ears. Well, I don't miss my bunny ears, but I have a pair of bunny ears. So I live in the Chicagoland area, right? And what was it? 2 years ago, Jerry Reinsdorf, he's the owner of the Chicago Bulls and the White Sox, and he started his own sports channel, right? And you're able to use your bunny ears and watch it for free, which I was like, oh, this is great, because I can watch the Bulls for free. I can watch the Sox if I want to for free. This is great. This is fantastic. This is why I'm really happy to be, back in the Chicagoland area. Well, then he decided to cancel the bunny ear version, the antenna version, and now you have to pay for a subscription. And I'm like, I'm not paying a subscription service to watch a team that's in the city I live. Now, granted, I don't live in Chicago, but I'm in a suburb of Chicago. I'm not paying for it. And two, like, they suck. I'm not giving you $30 a month or whatever it is to watch a crappy team play basketball. No, thank you. I've totally slacked my APL. Oh no, I love my APL. I grew up having to hit the side of the TV to get it to work. Me too. I had an old black and white bunny ear TV. I had like 3 channels on it. It was great. But yeah, I had to hit it. I'm not sure what happened to it. Sometimes ads are fun, but nowadays they're more and more AI voice nonsense stuff. Yeah, and that's the thing. They're getting like, I don't know. Whoa, that was weird. I feel like there's more influencer advertisements than traditional advertisements. Where studios would actually do research and come up with clever, catchy, ways to get someone interested. Now it's like, hey, we're gonna get Bob, who has a channel with 1 million subs, to do a commercial for us. Not interested. Did 2 flights yesterday. First time back in the sim in months. Really, Delta? Been busy? How'd your 2 flights go? What plane did you take? You take the same plane for both? 2 months. Jesus. The last time I had that much time being between the sim was when I had my surgery last January. So I didn't get back into the sim until mid-March. It was like 6 to 7 weeks. And I tell you what, man, it was difficult. You don't realize how much hand coordination you have with simming. When you're continuously doing it over and over again and you're comfortable. It's like driving, right? A lot of times you can drive and just kind of zone out. You're still focused, you know what you're doing, your body's done it so many times. But you can just get back into it. And if you have driven for a long while, like when even the 6 weeks before I drove again, it was one of the things where, like, okay, I know how to drive, I can do it, but I have to do a little bit more thinking than I used to. And it was the same thing with Flight Sim. It was really weird. Like I kind of struggled there, and that was back with my Honeycomb Alpha and all that jazz. But I kind of struggled there trying to be consistent. It took me a while to get back on the horse. More like 4 months, really. You're flying the 320. Very nice, very nice. 4 months. Holy smokes. Yeah, I haven't gone that long. I've like I said, the most I've gone was this past surgery. That was 6 weeks or so. Prior to that, was the other surgery, I guess, and that surgery went better. I just felt like crap for a while. Let's see, waiting to taxi. Oh boy. We had SAN to LAX, very familiar route, then LAX to San Francisco. Ooh, very nice, very, very nice. I've done a couple LAX San Francisco recently with APL, because I'm with United right now. And yeah, I've done a lot of flights actually recently with that. San Diego, LAX. I don't know if I've done that one for a while. I don't know what the route normally is with San Diego. I think FENIX. It might be FENIX San Diego. I think is the one I probably have done the most, if I had to guess. That's probably the most I've done. Alright, got some crappy weather for the rest of it. We have weather conditions. Winds are calm, thankfully. We have scattered all the way down to 800 feet. Scattered at 1400. Overcast at 3500. Altimeter is 3024. And we have some snow. Now, we're going to have the weather radar at some point too, which is cool with Service Pack 1 in this plane. But until then, we're kind of stuck with what we have, huh? Let's go over here to the FMC Init 132. (2,400 feet).
Fly present heading.
Why would I go that low?
2,400 feet. Altimeter 3025. United 2027.
I don't know, I'm not going that low. I'm going to stay where I am, 4,000 for now. That's awfully low. We still have to swing around. This waypoint here, for the glide slope, we're going to be at 2,000 feet. So let's keep that in mind. I'm going to keep 4,000 in the box so the plane doesn't descend. That's awfully low. For at least right now, it's awfully low. I'm going to try something here. I'm going to clear out my other... See if I can figure out this weird display issue I'm having. Let's see, MSFS 2024. Capture specific window. It's going to be Flight Sim. Whoa, so big. Okay, it looks like the brightness stuff's gone now, so that's cool. Let me move it down. There we go. Okay, I think it's fixed, right? It's not as bright. I think that's better. Okay, we'll go with that. I'll keep an eye on it and see if the weird brightness thing is going on. So what I was doing is I was doing some testing. I got rid of, I turned off HDR in Flight Sim to see if there's anything that would help with, just, it's not even performance. It's more of, so OLED monitors, they're a fast refresh rate, but OLED also has some ghosting that can happen. And I feel like I've had some ghosting with HDR. So the example I'll give you is this. I was playing... I talked about it recently. I've been playing, what's it called? Outer Worlds 2. Absolutely loved the first game. Absolutely having a blast with the second game. Although I haven't played for a couple days. But anyways, I was noticing there was like some stuttering. I use FrameGen, right? And there's like some stuttering when you pan around. It's fast, good frames, but it like stutters. And so I disabled HDR because, testing. and it went away. And I've tested it with another game too that uses the Unreal Engine, and it seems like there's an HDR Unreal Engine issue with that. So I'm doing a test with Flight Sim, disabling that to see if it makes any difference. I know I did a video about it a while back ago with HDR to turn it off, but I've had success with some mixed settings. It's so inconsistent, folks. It's so inconsistent. Okay, so we should get a vector, probably going to be, I don't think we're going to vector up there. We'll probably get it somewhere in this area here, over to there. And then we want to be at 2004, what was it? 2000, just 2000. They gave us down to 2,400. I suppose we can start the descent down to that. We'll go slow, gradually down to that. Let's go 210 on the speed, and then 137 on the arrival speed. That's fantastic. Landing lights are already on, so that's good. Speed's coming down. Zoom on in. This is going to be a spicy arrival for sure. I've had some really, really good landings recently with this plane. Heard anything from the iFly? Yes, I have, J. Russ. I saw that. The Service Pack 1, we looked at the screenshots. Looks mighty fine. Looks mighty fine. I wonder if they'll change the flight model. I know you talked about how you think the iFly kind of feels a little, I don't remember what the word you used. Arcadey, I think is what you said. I can't remember. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the iFly update. I'm really, really excited. Okay, so we haven't gotten glide slope yet, or sorry, localizer yet, and let's see. Okay, so we got to make sure if we do get a vector here shortly over to the right, we're gonna make sure that we're configured, because that's only like 6 nautical miles out, so it's gonna be a pretty spicy turn. All right, there it is.
2500.
Turn right, heading 200, United 2027.
200, and looking good.
United 2027, turn right, heading 270, descend and maintain 2,300 feet, altimeter 3024.
All right, I start getting the flaps.
Turn right, heading
Why is my radio's not,
descend and maintain
or my localizer not
2,300
dialed in yet? What the hell?
Altimeter 3024,
I
United
need the, I
2027.
really need localizer on this one. I really, really need it. All right, altitude's looking good. Good vector.
Approach mode on.
Approach mode armed. All right, all's looking grand, folks. All's looking grand. We'll get another vector here short. Or sorry, we'll get the intercept the localizer shortly. Altimeter 3024. Let's go ahead and set that in the box. 3024 in the box. Good, grand.
Jazz 616, 3 miles from Wharf, turn left, heading 035.
All right.
Until established on the final approach course, cleared ILS runway 01 left.
I'm gonna go ahead and make another. Well, nope. There we go. Localizer has been captured.
Check the flaps.
All right, let's go flaps 5.
United 2027, 4 miles from East, turn right, heading 355, maintain 1,800 until established.
All right, looking good.
Cleared ILS
And we're landing 1 center, so we're gonna exit to the right.
Turn right,
Probably
heading
Yankee 2.
355,
Yankee 2.
1,800 until established. Cleared
Flaps
ILS
5.
runway 01 center, United 2027.
Okay, looking good. Let's bring back the speed 180. Let's get the gear out.
Gear down.
Looks like my approach the other day, I couldn't see the runway until 30 feet. Holy smokes. Yeah, I think that's what we're having here too.
Over to tower 120.25, United 2027.
These are both fun and terrifying at the same time.
Dulles Tower, United 2027.
Okay.
ILS runway
Let's make sure we have
01
everything
center.
dialed in for the go around, because there's always that possibility I think this is a bad runway for us to use.
Runway 15 cleared to land.
Also, wind's comms apparently, but I'm showing a wind tailwind right now. Clear to land, gears down, good to go there. Flaps coming down, spoilers are armed.
Flaps 10.
Or sorry, speed brakes are armed. Let's go and bring that speed back on down. 160. Should have been a go around, but I didn't want to. Don't do go rounds in the sim. I'm a believer in that. Alright, 136 on the speed.
Speed brake. Armed.
Alright, speed brakes
Engine
armed.
start switches. Continuous.
Continuous, 136 on the speed.
Speed brake. Armed.
Been a lot going on here for me. Firstly, strong interest in American truck sim lately, which matched the well
Set.
worth waiting for the 2024 more stable. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, you know, a lot of people have been doing that. Kip has been doing that. You know, he's been getting into a lot of other stuff, which is cool. Spending time with his family, playing games, which is fantastic, right? I think it's great that we all have our other interests because, you know, flight sim is flight sim, but we also need to be able to do our own life stuff, right? It's super important. Like, I don't just do flight sim. Obviously, I was just talking about earlier. The Outer Worlds, I've got the NASCAR game. I haven't driven in like a week and a half. But, you know, it's great to have that. King Bob's a big lover into the ATS. Secondly, we sold our company of 27 years. Really, the whole process is extremely time-consuming, and nobody gets rich. Just hope to cover costs. Oh, wow, Delta Tango. That's crazy. 27 years sold a family business. I don't know, was it family? I guess I didn't say family, but company. Sold our company of 27 years. That's crazy. Well, hopefully things worked out, though. All right, runways kind of in sight. Minimums.
400.
400 call. AP off my aircraft.
100. Approaching minimum. Too low. 200.
Oh, shoot.
Too low. Flat. Minimum.
I'm gonna get dinged on that with New Sky.
Too low. Flaps.
My bad.
Too low. Flaps. 100. 50. 40.
Why is my throttle not cutting out?
20.
Watch the airspeed.
10.
That's gonna be a long landing too. Jesus, it's not gonna be a good score with New Sky. 169 on the landing. We'll take it.
Brakes.
Reversers. Yapping away, and I forgot to set my flaps. All right, welcome safely, safely to Dulles. All right, flaps going up.
60 knots.
Spoilers disarmed. Jesus, that went to hell really fast.
United 2027. Exit right at Yankee 1.
Yeah, so I'm gonna lose flaps. I'm gonna get dinged on long landing too. So I'm gonna have maybe an 8 score. That means P2 is gonna get even more chance to continue his temporary streak of leading me in New Sky. I do say temporary, folks. I do say temporary.
121.625, United 2027.
To our destination.
Welcome to our destination.
On behalf of our
Look at all the
captain,
FedEx planes.
entire crew,
MD-11,
we'd like to
737.
thank you for flying with us
Very,
today.
very nice.
We hope you enjoyed your flight and have a wonderful stay.
Who's that? Is it Midlife? Yeah. Let's see, what else we got here? Hey friends, don't forget to hit the like button. Thanks for that. We started at first generation? Really? That's amazing. Not fully released yet, but it will begin to legally wrap up at the turn of the year. That's really cool, though. It's sad, you know, 27 years with a family business, but, you know, if it works out for the family, that's all that matters, honestly, right? That's all that matters. Saw my nephew playing Baldur's Gate 3 over Thanksgiving. Looks really, yeah. My wife loved it. My friend loved it. I played it. It's great. It's very story-driven, right? It's D&D, but it's a lot of fun. And it's cool that it's very customizable. You know, the world is really what you make of it, like it would be in D&D, right? Very, very cool. New Sky ever hammer you. Long landing ding, still legal. And with poor visibility. Sorry for the distraction. Hey, no, it happens. Master Copy, welcome in. Temporary, J. Russ says. It is temporary. Listen, folks. The greatest can't always stay at the top. The greatest has to fall at some point, right? And, you know, did I actually fall? Probably not. I didn't fall. I'm just being nice and letting someone else have some of the joy of being number one in the New Sky for a little bit, right? A little bit. You gotta let the you gotta let the servants enjoy. King Bob knows what I'm talking about. He's the king. Yeah, but it was 100 hours a week for years. Holy crap. Kids grew up in the business, so glad to be done with liability. Yeah, I get that too. I 100%. Yeah, and if you're working 100 hours, you know, each week, that's crazy. You know, it's one of the things that I've talked about here on the stream. But, you know, some people will work 60, 70-hour weeks for years on end, and they'll make money, right? You have plenty of money, but you don't really have the time to spend the money. And then when you retire, you're too damaged. You know what I mean? You're too burnt out to want to do anything with that money. My father-in-law, for example, he worked for UPS for many, many years. It beat his ass, right? His body is just shot now. And before that, he was working for Northwest Airlines and FedEx and all that jazz, right? His body is shot. His knees are shot. His back hurts, right? He retired 2 years ago, something like that. And he needs to have surgery and whatnot. That just shows you, right? The company doesn't care about you enough. They're paying you for the time you're spending with them at that moment. They don't really care about your longevity, though, right? Once you're done and retired, whatever. We got what we wanted out of you. And I want more people to understand that. Like, do what you can for the company, but also don't kill yourself for the company, because they really don't care enough about you. Now, mom and pops are a different story. Mom and pop businesses, you know, I feel like a lot of them care about you. But mom and pop businesses are a dime a dozen now. All right, we're going to park right here. And we're going to see how crappy, I didn't say the bad word. We're going to see how crappy our score is. I use the Thrustmaster HOTUS. They make Airbus and Boeing versions. The Boeing yoke is amazing, by the way. I got both setups, price reasonable. Yeah, I love the... I have the Thrustmaster Boeing yoke. I absolutely love it. It's freaking awesome.
Parking brake on.
Such a noble humility. I do know I'm just trying to get above 9, right? That 2.73 killed me. Except as a first generation founder, we really don't make much money. That's true as well. That is it's great as well, yeah. Michael says, good night. Thanks for coming in, Michael. Exactly. We run businesses, but take every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Work days are very balanced too. That's good. Okay, toolbar pushback broke for the first time I used it. What? It broke? What happened? P2, I use it every single flight. I never have an issue with it. How did it break? What the heck? Okay, let's go over here and go to GPU. Let's get that connected right quick. Up here at the top, let's go to ground power on. And let's go on down here to the bottom. Actually, let's go back up to the top real quick. Turn off the runs. And then let's go down here. Cut off switches. Engine 1, engine 2. Let's see how crappy these scores are, shall we? Jesus, I'm not looking forward to this one. Not at all, my folks. Okay, got that back where I want it. All right, let's do it. Closed flight. It kept turning me around and around. Really? Which plane were you using? An 8.5. All right, better than I thought. Better than I thought. I thought it was going to be an 8. And it's going to be exactly what I thought it was going to be. Late config. Oh, I didn't get the long landing. Really? A 7. Oh, wow. Just barely, though. Barely made it from the long landing. Holy smokes. Oh, what's that? 30... No, 20... Is that 25 meters? Wow. All right, that wasn't a long landing. That's cool. But the late flaps, that sucks. That sucks. Minus 1.5. All right, so that's all right. Whatever. It's. I've had a good month so far for the most part, right? My flights. I got mostly 10s. I got that one 8.5 in there, and I had the 9.5. What happened on this one? Long landing, right? Oh, off center line. Yeah. Not bad. So this is a virtual airline for those who want to join. Go to newsky.app. It's 100% free. It's not a sponsored thing, nothing like that. This is just our virtual airline we love. Search for Fly Lex. So up here, search for Fly Lex, or scroll on down here. We're just in about the middle of the first page, here's FlyLex. We have 20 passengers. We have 20 pilots. And out of our pilots, 90% of our pilots have completed a flight within the last 30 days. So we're very active. We're up to 280 flights. We're trying to kind of move our way up here, the ladder with flights, but it's very, very difficult because we have a lot of competing airlines that have a lot more people than we have. But we have a lot of fun. And of course, join us on our Discord, exclamation point Discord, so we can chat on there. Let's see what we had with APL, and then I'll give my other announcement I'm going to have. I like 2024 in-house. Hold on. I like the 2024 in-house. India builds 737, not bad. I also have the PMG 737. Works okay in 2024, a few bugs. Oh, you're talking about the Max? I feel responsible for that ding on New Sky, so I'll just mail you a few New Sky points just to make things right. I got 100% though on APL. See, APL knows. It knows me. It says, listen, Lex. Listen, Lex. You've been around for a while, you know. We know you've been streaming a little bit. We understand that. We know you have 1,300 flights with us here on APL. We know you have almost 1,200 hours in APL. We understand that. So we're not going to ding you on stuff that, you know, situations happen. Things come up. You land at the plane safely. The passengers are happy. That's all that matters, right? That's APL. New Sky, they play the bad cop all the time. You know, you turn your head in the wrong direction, and APL gives you the finger. That's, or not APL, sorry, New Sky. You know what I'm saying? That's, we got to talk about that a little bit here, folks. We got to talk about the realistic stuff going on. You know, one of these add-ons is a nice, polite, friendly add-on. The other one's just a, you know, an a-hole. Let's just call it how it is, folks. It might just be an a-hole. It might just be one. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you my announcement. After a long consideration, mostly because, well, here's the thing. Let's look at this real quick. Let's go over here to community. Okay, so under community, let's go on down here and go to airline leaderboards. You take off or land with flaps, maybe without flaps. Who's it gonna hurt anyways? Yeah, see, Delta, you know what I'm talking about. You know, flaps Flaps just add, you know, a little bit of immersion to the air, to the aircraft. It's like it's like RGB on your computer, right? Add a little bit of immersion. They don't add FPS. We all know that. Well, you know, except for the ones that are really bright, those add extra FPS. But the ones that are just, you know, semi-bright, they add to the immersion of the PC. That's all, just the immersion of it, right? So we're 137 out of, you know, whatever, 1,000 with United Airlines. We got a long way to go to ever get close to being any higher. I'm also kind of getting bored with United Airlines. So I'm decided to take my talents, because they're really talented, over to a new airline. The real purpose is to make the wings look cool. Yeah. We're going to go over to Southwest Airlines. It's been a little bit since I've been to Southwest, and I figured, you know, I thought we were going to get the 737-800 this week, so that's kind of why I was even considering the Southwest. But we're going to take our talents over to Southwest Airlines. I did get the 10 flights in this week with APL. This is verified real quick. Yeah, 10 flights in, so I should get my bonus points with that. So let's go over here to the job market. And we're going to fly with Southwest for a little bit. So I'm going to do a contract. We're going to do, I'm going to do, which one's hours again? It's 5 hours a week. I'm going to do the 5 hours for this one. Just because, you know, I don't trust it sometimes. So we'll go ahead and do that. And now we're officially with Southwest Airlines. Ooh, yeah. And let's go and generate a random flight schedule and see what we have for the first one here. I don't like this one at all. A lot of long haul flights in there. You know me, I don't do long hauls. Anything over 500, out the window, folks. Out the window. Let's see. This one's got a lot of them too. Let's see. Man, they're with Southwest as well. Very cool. Very cool. I remember I enjoyed my time with Southwest Airlines, so I figured I'd try it again. So we got Vegas, Oakland. We got a lot of Oaklands and Vegas in this one. Let's do another generate here. Vegas, Burbank. I like Burbank. It's fun. This might not be too bad. 1, 2, 3. There's probably 4. I'll probably kill out of that one. Let's try one more here. 3s, lots of 3s, and then 3 of those. So Well, this would be a fun little weird. I've never done this flight before, ever. Southwest Florida International to Orlando. That's crazy. I've never done that flight. Panama City. Okay, it's a couple places I haven't been to. I don't like these first three. But I think I'm going to do this schedule because I'm kind of interested in that Southwest Florida one. Okay, so we have a schedule for our next flights, which will be on Sunday. Currently with... Okay, got that mesh copy. Liked it. Ford's in. Welcome in, Ford. Do long hauls show? No, ain't happening. Ain't happening, folks. All right, that's going to end today's stream, everyone. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for hanging out with me for our one little flight here. Appreciate it. Don't forget to get the video up on the channel here. Newest video, which showcases some of the cool add-ons we have coming out, hopefully, for the rest of this year in the month of December. And things I'm super excited about. Let's see. With APL... Not even 1 star yet. Can't wait to get to a better line. It does take some time. It does take some time, Masterman, to get, to get more ranking and all that jazz with APL. But once you get to where you are or where you want to get to, it's so much fun. It can also get a little bit boring because you're doing so many of the same flights. But you can also travel the world. You can go to any airline you want. Like, for the most part, I can literally hop to whatever airline I would like to, as long as I apply. There are some times where they won't accept me. FedEx and UPS are little buttholes sometimes, but for the most part, it's pretty good. I feel like such a rook, but can you explain what SimBit World is? Is that the interface with APL? Yes, that's the interface with APL. Yep, SimBit World is the APL interface. SimBit World makes APL. If that makes any sense. So, yeah. Okay, everyone, thanks again for coming on in. We'll keep an eye on Discord for the next... David, thanks for subscribing. For the next stream, which will be on Tuesday afternoon here in the U.S., probably around 2 p.m. Central Time. And it'll be Sunday. Unlikely to be Saturday tomorrow, but we'll see. Again, very unlikely for tomorrow, though. But again, thanks for hanging out with me. We'll see y'all on Sunday. Take care.